I know you speak at a lot of events on women in business and women in leadership, but do you think that that whole issue of women in business is sort of, it's almost a non-issue anymore, in the sense that companies do hire predominantly on meritocracy, as you've just mentioned, whoever's best for the job, or do you think I'm living in cloud cuckoo land?
No, I think there are still some people that don't give women the opportunities that they should, on the basis that I think there are a lot of women out there that have, great talent and a great deal to offer. And I'd like to think that most businesses do base it on the best person for the job, because that should be how it,
Absolutely.
it should be how it's done. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, should be gender blind, colour blind, everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because with people like Tom Peters, we interviewed Tom Peters. We're a fan of his, but he was saying that you need to get increasingly more and more women in the boardroom. Women are going to rule the business world, and he's a fan of that. That's why I think that over time it'll become hopefully more of a non-issue, and it will be purely meritocracy. I hope so.
And you need a balance. On any board, you need a balance of opinions, balance of personalities. You need female input, male input. I think that's very important. Yeah,
50-50 sounds like a good balance to me. Do you think, though, that women out there in the marketplace try and sometimes emulate the male characteristics, thinking that that's what they've got to do to somehow get ahead in business, and that's got to be a mistake, is it?
I think there are some women that do that. I think it's a terrible shame. I think, why would you want to do that? What's wrong with who you are as an individual and what you're capable of doing? Shouldn't it be about you showing, how good you are? And, I just think, why would we want to try and emulate someone else? I think it's very important to be true to yourself. People respect who you are. I don't get it, actually. I don't get it, and I think it's a shame that some women feel they have to do that.
I interviewed a TV personality not so long ago, and they were saying that you need to be 100% yourself. In fact, even 110% of yourself. Almost exaggerate who you are. I don't think I should probably exaggerate who I am. But to your point about being feminine, I mean, you embrace your own femininity, it seems, and I'm going to quote you if I may. When I first started out, I wanted to be taken seriously, so I went through a phase of wearing shoulder pads, business suits, hair up and glasses. Then one day somebody said to me, "You remind me of a politician." And that's the last thing I wanted, I can understand. I thought, this isn't about trying to emulate men. I'm a girly girl, I like to be glamorous, that's what I want to be, and my success will speak for itself. So what advice would you give to women in leadership on that point?
Actually, that story is absolutely true, because it was very difficult for me. I was young, I was petite, I was in a man's industry, so at first I was worried that, would I be taken seriously? And I know from personal experience that actually being yourself is far more important. Being true to yourself, trying to be somebody else is very difficult, and keep that up all of the time. And it's true, people will be, people are going to be impressed by what you've achieved. They're impressed by your achievements, what you believe in, your values. They're not impressed by, because you're a desk hitter, or I didn't go around beating my chest all the time. In fact, I remember actually somebody saying to me, your quietness unnerves me. So we mustn't underestimate as women, how, what presence we have and how powerful we are. So I think to give women their due, I think it is very difficult when you're in the minority. That's something I've experienced. And I know from conferences where I've spoken that women come up to me and say, I feel so intimidated, I'm the only woman in the room. And that can be quite difficult. But again, it's just reminding them that if they've got a great idea, they should pursue that idea and not let the situation intimidate them, because there are probably there's probably men out there that feel intimidated by their presence. So.
I can concur that sometimes is the case. Because it sounds like it's just about being authentic, 100% yourself, and being comfortable in your own skin, no matter where you are. And then, as you said before, move outside your comfort zone and don't take any excuses. That's kind of your mantra, it seems.
I totally concur with that, yes.